because somebody called you the N-word. Nigga, you ain't never been in the Xbox lobby before. I know you played
Like
Call of Duty
fucking
before.
straight
it's
bars.
it's not about no one ain't called me there. It's not about me being called the N word. No, it's about people actually ruining their own support by attacking their own soldiers. I'm
No,
not.
no, no, Dom. No, Dom. That's not what you did. First of all, Dom, you got 1 million followers. You got the Hotep sitting right here, and you never boost the signal. We could have been settled all of this shit, but you don't never boost our signal. But you boost everybody else fucking signal, and you stand next to the weirdest motherfuckers. You do podcasts with the weirdest motherfuckers, and then want to act like, oh, it's soldiers. Ain't no fucking soldiers. We generals over here in Hotepistan, okay?
Yeah,
We
but
ain't nobody's fucking soldiers. You don't need to be operating like no soldier. You a soldier for who? You got to answer that
I'm not.
question. A soldier
I'm
for
not speaking
who?
on me. Yeah, I'm not speaking on me. I'm simply saying that you can't get support if you disrespect the group of people and expect group of people to stand with you. You can't talk about there's a concerning problem that's controlling all of the world, but you're attacking everyone else that's quote unquote controlled. It just doesn't work that way. No one's going to align with someone that's blatantly disrespecting all of their people.
What?
How far back in history do you choose to go back to make these kind of arguments? Do you just go back to where black folks started retaliating against how white people treated them or spoke to them? Or do you move that goalpost all the way back in history? I'm just trying to figure that out because for me, it sounds like what Nick Fuentes sounds is that you and others exist to infer upon white people the dignity of not being called a racist. That's what it sounds like to me.
I don't know how that sounds like that to you. I've never given no one the benefit of being racist. I've always pretty much, had my own independent choice. I don't total
We could
line.
have Dom, we could have been took this whole shit over. All right. We could have been took this whole shit over. You could have boosted Sonny Johnson's signal. You could have boosted a whole bunch of people's signals, but you ain't boosting those signals. You be boosting bullshit motherfucker signals.
How? That's barely people on my page. I
What?
don't really boost people. I just move a certain way. I don't really boost people's signals.
You-
Not really.
So think about that. You've got the power to boost somebody's signal and you don't boost nobody's signal. Think about that.
Yeah. Because I'm really specific with timing. I do stuff at specific timing. I'm very strategic with how I do it. I don't have a problem with boosting people up and helping people out.
What was the timing when you stood against Trayvon Martin? Explain that shit. I'm
Well, you
trying to
won't
hear
find a
that.
post. You won't find a post of that. I'm just saying that was on
I
my.
no, I no, I found you writing. I stood against
Yeah, you
Trayvon
can.
Martin.
And
I
bro,
want to
you
understand that.
you
I
can
want to
understand it. It's
understand
very
that. I
easy
want
to
to
understand
understand
it.
you.
Well, my nigga, it's hard to talk if you talking over me, bro. Dead ass, real nigga shit. I need to be able to talk, bro. Because now I'm getting aggravated. I was a kid and I stood against it. I've been a Republican. My mom was Republican. It ain't like no shit I talked on Twitter about the nigga. I grew up. But as a kid, yeah, I was like,
How do
man,
you
that
talk
ain't cool.
against Trayvon Martin? Explain that.
Well, bro, because I followed after my mom. And she gave me a open minded. Like I said, I was
But you but
Republican
but
since I
but
was a
you
kid.
said it the
Hold on,
other
hold on.
day like you was bragging about it.
Not
So
bragging about it. I'm
you
simply
can't
stressing.
in hindsight say I'm blaming this on my mama. That sounds
I'm
crazy.
not blaming it on my mom. No, I'm not blaming it on my mom. I'm just saying where I got the information from. No, what
That's
you
you
guys
just
not
blamed your
understanding is,
moms.
bro, you're putting words in my mouth. I'm not blaming my mom for anything. I'm simply trying to express that this wasn't during my Twitter reign.
What
I'm
was the
simply saying,
criticism? What
Then
was
what
the
was the purpose of
criticism,
bringing
Dom?
it up?
yeah, the
Hold on,
criticism
hold on,
is
hold on, hold on.
when black people have a problem with some type of representation, like that girl, that little kid being called the N-word. When black people are saying there's a problem with that, I'm talking about black conservatives that have constantly stood against black problems.
No, no,
They'll
no,
be
no, no.
called tribal.
I'm talking about your criticism against Trayvon Martin. What was that criticism?
Yeah, at the time, I was thinking that the dude tried to attack George Zimmerman and he was using self defense.
Did you come to a realization later on that that wasn't the case?
Yeah, time changed. I got older
So then
So
why
then why
would you
the hell
use
did you
that as an
fucking tweet that
example?
shit?
because it
Hold on,
was,
Stronger.
bro. I
You're a
can use what I
fucking
can want to
grifting
use,
ass
bro. My
nigga.
nigga, I got freedom of speech. I can talk how I want to talk, bro. Can't no one dictate how the fuck I feel. If it's how I felt, I wanted to express. That's how I felt. I wanted to express that I grew.
Nigga
I
sound
wanted to
like a
express
slick
what I
pimp right
represented.
now.
I sound like what,
You sound like a slick pimp, my nigga.
bro?
Come
I
on
don't
now.
understand, bro. You don't
You
even
sound
have, bro. I'm be
you
honest.
sound you
Who
sound
is
like
this
a
nigga,
slick pimp, nigga.
bro? Who is this nigga?
Ain't nobody worried about who I am.
Bro,
We
nigga,
worried
who
about
are
what we
you?
have.
I'm worried about who you are because you talking like you somebody, nigga. Bro, I don't give a fuck how
Nigga,
you
I
feel. I
am
got my own
somebody.
story, bro.
Nigga. I'm a
I,
motherfucking dad. I'm a father.
Hold on. I just want a clarification on why you saw fit to use the Trayvon Martin story as some type of boon against, I guess, criticism from the white folks, because like that was kind of their thing too. So it's like it looks to me that you were using that as some type of thing to where it's like, look, I've been on your side with these things, but if you came to the realization that the Trayvon Martin shit was bogus, why would you use that as an example to show white people I've been on your side? Because that kind of lends that story credibility, at least in their mind. What the fuck happened?
Did Dirty leave?
I guess so. Fuck it, beat it.
Fuck.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Eh,
before we start giving out passes, can I add something to what Hotep Jesus said? With the two words legacy and accountability. The third phrase I want to add to that is content of character. I want to write that down under Hotep Jesus words. You can initial SSJ beside it. Content of motherfucking character. Because how long y'all keep looking at us and telling us it ain't about your skin color, it's about your content of character. It's about how you carry yourself, how you treat other people, how you talk to other people, how you benefit society as opposed to being a destructive fucking force in it. You keep telling us that somehow there's a motherfucking hindrance that lobbies somewhere around that content of character that makes black people a problem, shall we say. So I'd like for y'all just to remember that content of character while you thinking about your legacy and your accountability, because you wouldn't want to look like more of a hypocrite than you already look. So I just wanted to add that before you jumped in.
There it is. There it is. So I haven't seen any real takers on this so far. These are all the